Danielle Cabral channels RHONG rival Jennifer Aydin in viral TikTok. Danielle Cabral despises Jennifer Aydin. There's no question about that. The two ladies were embroiled in one of the fieriest feuds in the Real Housewives of New Jersey history last year during season 14, and it's hard to imagine them being back on the show together again. In fact, most of the current cast will probably not return to the show again because tensions got out of control while filming the most recent season. Danielle was critical of Jennifer as the season aired and more so in the aftermath, calling her rival out at every opportunity. Things took a turn earlier this month when Jennifer became embroiled in a scandal after an outburst at Jersey Mike's while traveling on New Year's Day. Over the weekend, Danielle got tongues wagging after debuting a new skit in which she plays a brunette with an attitude, causing a scene in a sandwich shop. Danielle wades into the Jersey Mike's scandal. In the clip, she ordered sandwiches and rudely berated the staff, played by the Circle alums Nikki and Jojo Scarlotta. For the record, Danielle never once refers to herself as Jennifer. But there are many similarities between her video and Jennifer's scandal-filled trip to Jersey Mike's. One of the biggest is that Danielle bashes the staff and is instructed to rejoin the end of the line if she wants to add more items to her order. Truthfully, the video is hilarious, but it does drag on a bit longer than it should, at nearly 3 minutes. It's unclear whether Danielle changed her hair color recently just for the video, but if that is the case, we have no choice but to stan. Fans were quick to air their thoughts in the video's comments section. "Not you doing a whole skit about Jen Aydin," said one fan. "I can see the episode of Ranj already with her fuming." "This is hilarious." "Danielle, you are fabulous," another fan chimed in. Danielle waited for the perfect moment. "Love it," said a third viewer, who declared that revenge is a dish best served cold. "Ha ha ha ha, you portrayed Jen 100%, said another critic. "This is fantastic," said another fan who clearly enjoyed the comedy-tinged clip. Another viewer said it might just be Marge sending Theresa funeral flowers. "Danielle and Jennifer will never be friends." There's no love lost between Danielle and Jennifer, so it was only a matter of time before one of them reignited their feud. The only issue is that Bravo executives are probably keeping a vigilant eye on the cast's social media antics as they consider the series' future. New episodes would typically already be in production by this point, but the fractured cast dynamic has production considering an epic overhaul. Danielle Cabral couldn't resist stirring the pot, this time not on camera, but on TikTok. The RHONG breakout star has been making waves with her brash humor and unapologetic personality, and her latest move sent Housewives fans into a frenzy. In a wildly creative video, Danielle fully transformed into her rival Jennifer Aydin, delivering a spot-on impression that was equal parts hilarious and biting. The TikTok opened with Danielle lounging on a plush white couch, a fox fur throw draped over her shoulders, and an exaggerated glass of wine in hand. Her brunette hair was teased sky-high, and her makeup, complete with bold eyebrows and an overlined nude lip, was unmistakably Jennifer. "I'm Jennifer Aydin," Danielle drawled in a nasally voice, waving the wine glass around with dramatic flair. "And I have 5 kids, a castle, and a husband who's a plastic surgeon." She punctuated the line with a wink so exaggerated it could have been seen from across the Garden State. The audio was peppered with sound bites Jennifer herself might have said, or maybe already had. "I'm not just fabulous, I'm family fabulous." Danielle continued, shimmying in her seat. The caption on the video read, "If you know, you know #RHONG #impersonation queen." Fans in the comments immediately caught on, tagging Jennifer and leaving laughing emojis in droves. But Danielle wasn't done yet. The TikTok took a turn when she recreated one of Jennifer's infamous arguments. She stood up, wine glass still in hand, and shouted at an imaginary opponent off-screen. "You're just jealous because your house doesn't have 15 bathrooms." Danielle bellowed, flipping her hair. Then, with a perfectly timed hair toss, she added, "And at least my husband doesn't need therapy to love me." Danielle's TikTok didn't just go viral. It ignited a full-blown Housewives social media spectacle. Fans flooded Twitter and Instagram with clips of the video, debating whether Danielle's impersonation was a playful jab or a calculated dig at her RHONJ co-star. Jennifer, never one to shy away from a response, reposted the TikTok on her Instagram stories with the caption, "Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery," or so they say. What do you think, fam? The drama escalated when Jennifer went live later that night to address the situation. Sitting in her ornate home office, complete with gold accents and a framed photo of her family on the desk, Jennifer sipped from a bedazzled water bottle and smirked at the camera. "Danielle Cabral," she said, drawing out the name for emphasis. "I see you, girl. I see what you're trying to do." Her tone was light, but the shade was unmistakable. "I mean, it's cute. Imitating me is probably the closest she'll ever get to being fabulous." The comment section of Jennifer's live exploded with mixed reactions. Some fans cheered her on, praising her confidence and sense of humor, while others urged her to let it go and take it as a compliment. One viewer asked if Jennifer planned to return the favor by impersonating Danielle. Jennifer laughed and said, "Oh, honey, I don't need to. I already know who I am. But if I wanted to do Danielle, I'd probably just, I don't know, talk about how much I love Teresa." The subtle jab at Danielle's allegiance to Teresa Giudice wasn't lost on anyone. Back on TikTok, Danielle seemed unfazed by Jennifer's response. In fact, she doubled down with a follow-up video. This time, she recreated a scene from one of the RHONJ reunions, donning a sparkly cocktail dress and pretending to cry into a tissue. "I'm a funny girl. People just don't get me," she sobbed dramatically, mimicking Jennifer's voice. The caption read, "Part 2 of my Jennifer Aydin saga. Tag her if you haven't already. #JustForLaughs." The feud quickly became a hot topic on Bravo fan forums, with viewers dissecting every move. Some argued that Danielle's TikToks were lighthearted fun, a way to poke fun at the over-the-top personalities that make the Housewives franchise so entertaining. Others thought she was crossing a line, turning what should be friendly banter into a public spectacle. Jennifer might be dramatic, but Danielle is just trying to get a rise out of her. One commenter wrote, "It's giving desperate." Even Andy Cohen weighed in during his nightly "Watch What Happens" live after show. When a fan called in to ask about the TikTok drama, Andy grinned and said, "You know, I saw the video and I have to say Danielle really nailed it. But I'm also kind of scared to see how this plays out at the reunion." Behind the scenes, sources close to the RHONJ cast revealed that tensions were indeed brewing. Jennifer feels like Danielle is trying to use her for clout, one insider claimed. She thinks Danielle is leaning into this feud to solidify her spot on the show. But Danielle doesn't see it that way. She genuinely thinks it's all in good fun. Danielle, for her part, seemed to embrace the attention. In an Instagram post the following day, she shared a clip from her original TikTok alongside a cheeky caption, "Life's too short to be serious all the time. Unless you're Jennifer Aydin, then it's too fabulous. #No bad blood, #just lock with me." As the comments rolled in, one user asked if Danielle would ever consider doing impressions of other housewives. Danielle replied, "Oh honey, if Bravo gives me enough seasons, I'll impersonate everyone. Stay tuned." Fans couldn't help but speculate about how this social media spat might carry over into the next season of RHONJ. Would Jennifer and Danielle hash it out during a tense lunch at Teresa's house? Or would the drama spill over into a cast trip, with margaritas flying and accusations of betrayal? Either way, viewers were already counting down the days until the next season. By the end of the week, Danielle's TikTok had amassed over 2 million views, solidifying her place as not just a reality star, but a rising social media sensation. Love her or hate her, one thing was clear. Danielle Cabral knew how to keep people talking. And in the world of the Real Housewives, that was half the battle.